On it, you got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Here we go! Yo, welcome back to the show. Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com. It's Step Out Tuesday.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, we'll let you know more about that here in just a little bit. But good morning, Rico.
Good morning, sir.
And good morning, everybody tuning in bright and early. You may be a little bit extra tired this morning. You may even be a little hungover if you celebrated the Valentine's Day on a Monday, which is a terrible
After
holiday.
a Super Bowl.
Yeah, after a Super Bowl. Again, I've been bitching about it for a minute there. I feel like they should just push it back another week or give us 4 weeks of preseason football. So that way, Super Bowl Sunday lands on President's Day weekend. Some people get President's Day off. I get President's Day off. So basically, I'm being selfish with this plan. But then that way, that solves the conundrum, the problem. Everyone's been bitching for our entire lifetime.
Yeah.
That I know, my entire lifetime, that the Super Bowl is on a Sunday and we all have to go to work on Monday, right?
Right.
And then follow that up with a holiday where you have to go out. I went out to dinner last night for Valentine's Day.
Uh-huh.
I was exhausted. I was so tired. I felt like I could fall asleep sitting upright while being served. I had to wait for my table. We went to El Charro, super fancy place here in town. 100-year-old restaurant. Everyone knows El Charro in this town. If you come to Tucson, that's one of the first places you have to go is El Charro.
You have to.
And it's fantastic. You know, the second to none for sure. And we have a margarita waiting for our table. And honestly, I could nap at the table. No matter how delicious the food is. I got a chili Riano. I looked at the thing and I was like, that looks like a big fluffy pillow.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to lay my head right in that cheesy goodness. And then,
Senor, please don't do that.
yeah, I'm out. So, yes, we have to make some changes to make our quality of life better here in America, especially when we celebrate these things.
Is this what you're running on? We're going to vote for beef?
Yeah, I mean, eventually, you know.
That's your platform?
Yeah, well, you know, I try to go for the things that matter, the things that you can make a difference for immediately. You say big blanket issues, you know, and nothing really gets resolved when you make a promise too big. But if I ran, I would promise to either tell the NFL to push their regular schedule back 1 week so it falls on a 3-day weekend, or tell them to move it to Saturday. You know, over 50% of Americans said they want the Super Bowl on Saturday anyways. It's there. It's time. You know, I had friends do a Super Bowl party up in Phoenix. You know, like my best friend, she always has a great Super Bowl party. I can't go to that because, you know, I can't go there, be sober, and then leave by the third quarter just so I can, you know, get home in time to get a couple hours sleep for the show.
Yep.
So
logistics.
Right.
Are you trying to unite the country or something?
Yes, that's what I do here.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what we do. You know, so welcome aboard to the love train. Trying to unite everybody, you know, hands across America. Let's bring that back.
Good morning. Let's tackle the big issues.
Now, of course, yesterday was Valentine's Day. Today is Single Awareness Day. Are you aware you're single, Rico?
Never.
Really?
I never pay attention to that.
Oh, trust me. Other people are paying attention. They're taking note. Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm aware you're very single because you've been working out every single day. And that's not what a single man does. Trust me. They let themselves go. Your pecs are popping.
I'm listening to Whitesnake and just hitting the gym. It's like, that guy is single.
Yeah, well, it's legitimately Single Awareness Day. So here's a couple stats about single people. Vermont and Alaska have the most single men. All right. And Mississippi and Georgia have the most single women. Now, at first, I'm like, Mississippi? But Georgia? Oh, okay. Get some of those Georgia peaches.
How you choose?
Yeah, everyone knows those Georgia girls are hot.
Oh, yeah.
But according to a new poll, nearly half of them still might be pining after an ex. So even if you like meet someone new and they're single and they're available, they might not emotionally be available. They might still secretly want their ex.
Them peaches are spoiled.
Yeah. So there's little stats and facts for single awareness. But I will tell you this. Spring is right around the corner. If you're single, then it's game on, man. Just start being like Rico. Go to the gym, get yourself fit and ready because banging season is upon us. It's getting warm out there. Bikini weather is coming back. The clothes get shed, and then people get frisky. And that's what we do here in Arizona.
That's right.
Yeah, we like to bang. So
right.
welcome to Arizona. If it's your first time here and you're just tuning into the show,
That's kinky lizard folk.
we drink Dos Equis and we
Yeah.
like to party.
That's right.
And when we say party, we mean naked party horizontally. Welcome to the show. All right, Tap Out Tuesday at 8 o'clock hour. We're going to give away up to $100 of gift certificates for Fired Pie, which is our sponsor this week. You can play the game, be a contestant, try to win the whole $100 gift certificates, or you can be a scavenger, root for our contestant to lose, and then pick up one of the extra leftover $20 gift certificates to Fired Pie and treat yourself to a pizza pie that's Fired Pie down on Congress. So we're going to be hyping that up. We got our morning Moron coming up next. So much show, so little time. So let's get it moving and start things off with Nirvana as usual. Here's Heart Shaped Box on Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's Beef Vegan Presents. Let's go!
Woo!
Yo, welcome to the podcast broadcast stream. Look at me all solo for the time being. Rico stepped out to go to the restroom real quick. He'll be right back. As we tease on air, we're going to be showcasing a woman who's going for the world's largest backside, and she's not even a Kardashian. I don't believe it or not. Good morning, everybody. Let me see your yos. What's up, Robert? Nice to see you on the stream, man. Good to meet you. What's up, Nick? Yo, Anthony. Good morning, Paige. Mike, good morning. Not abandoned. We still have people. In fact, Todd, though, I am going to invite you to pop in and give me some TV time, if you will, if you can. You let me know if you can. We have a bunch of different video clips that I want to share with you, and a bunch of different stories as well as we get caught up. Mike commented yesterday on the YouTube asking what happened to Mari, if I scared her away with all my butt sex jokes. And in my defense, I only did one. And Mari's super cool. And it was all pre-recorded for Valentine's Day. She wanted to take Valentine's Day off to, sleep in with her loved ones, which of course she could do that. So what she did instead was she pre-recorded a bunch of Valentine's Day topics that we then aired as speed breaks throughout the show yesterday to give it a little extra something. So it wasn't just me and Powers talking about Valentine's Day stuff. It's always good to have a female perspective, and Mari's perspective is always entertaining. So we always have a good time with her. But then, of course, we did the podcast broadcast. There was no Mari, and Mike assumed that she quit because of all of my crazy comments.
He was expecting it to happen eventually. He's like, she's gone.
Lance, Lance is a DJ where he's an EDM DJ, and so he found it hard to wake up in the morning. He wanted to focus on, doing his party rave stuff. And he wasn't connecting with the audience. He only saw the audience as like older people, and he wanted to connect with 20-year-olds. And that's not necessarily the case. In fact, actually, the show itself with the ratings is now up to like third place, 18 to 24, and with, an upward arrow. So, I mean, it's probably going to grow even more so on the radio aspect. But, a lot of these kids, when they first start doing radio, they assume whoever interacts with us, that's just the audience, but really it's a small percentage of the actual audience. It takes a very special few to be a part of the crew. So, yeah. So, and, of course, obviously we couldn't pay anybody, so that was another factor. So we tried a bunch of people. I mean, obviously when the show started, there was a couple people every day of the week. And eventually, some people find out that they figure out that it's really not for them. It's doing this morning radio thing. It always seems fun immediately. And then you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and you start questioning life and your decisions in life. And it's, you
go out to your car and you're like, nobody else is up right now.
Right.
I am that guy.
So it is a challenge always. And, not everyone's cut out for it. But I still chat with Lance from time to time. And then maybe he'll pop in again as like a guest. And but he's been very busy. This guy's been getting booked, doing all these different festivals and having a great time. So
we should have him do Beef Fest. Have him come in here and do a set.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, can't play the music. That's another thing. So really, because being a young DJ, you want to identify with the music. He didn't want to be associated and identified with, 90s rock. He's a EDM kid. He plays all the little techno and break beats. Little techno. You know what the kids listen to nowadays.
Those computer noises.
Yeah, Lance was playing at Dusk Festival. So yeah, he's been staying super busy. And if he ever woke up, but he goes to bed at like 5 a.m. So it's really difficult for like a nocturnal creature like Lance to keep coming in. So, what makes you wake up so early, Rico?
Discipline.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've been on the 75 hard too. How many days in the 75 hard? And we'll remind you what 75 hard is because it's amazing.
Oh, yeah. I think 23 now. Let me check.
20. Yeah, you
No,
have
it's
an
more
app.
than that.
23 days. So 75 hard is you got to drink a gallon of water a day.
Yeah, 23.
You got to watch your diet. So essentially, try to be as keto centric as possible.
Not even.
Okay. That's good. But calorie count?
No. It just pretty much says a diet of some sort. So I've just been cutting out like sugar. I don't do any like processed snack foods or anything like that. So
okay. Well, that's good. And then working out twice a day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the hard
one
part.
inside, one outside. Outside, you don't have to do extreme. It could be just walking the dog, for 45 minutes and getting some fresh air. But then you hit the gym. So
right. And you can't tell off this angle right now. Or maybe you can. This dude's getting jacked and chiseled. No. Jacked and chiseled. His chesticles are popping out of his shirt in a major way. Yeah, it's amazing.
And you're an ass man. So for you to pay attention to a man's chest, that's a big compliment.
I kind of lied about that. It's not that I'm an ass man. I'm a body person. I enjoy all the great features. Speaking of asses, though,
I'm a human man.
And being an ass man, even an ass man has its limits, and my limits stop right around, I would say.
Speaking of which.
Yeah, I would stop right here. All right? Yes.
What?
Yeah, this woman.
It's a World War II Panzer tank.
This woman is 29 years old, and she claims to have the world's biggest backside. We'll talk more about her right after this on-air segment. Let's get on air. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents, the podcast broadcast. I just flashed a picture of a woman who claims to have the world's largest backside on the podcast stream. And I was like, hold that thought. We'll talk some stuff on the radio. We'll get back to the story about this woman who claims to have the world's largest ass. But first, they did announce that the Oscars are happening this year. A lot of people are upset for many different reasons. Mm-hmm. But one thing that you could be excited about is that the Oscars will have a host again. Now, if you recall, Kevin Hart was the last scheduled host of the Oscars.
Oh, yeah.
But what happened was they went through his Twitter and he did some inappropriate tweets.
Oh, no.
Years
Kevin,
ago.
No.
This was enough to cause enough backlash to make Kevin Hart step down as the host for the Oscars. And so the Oscars, to prevent any kind of controversy, decided to go no host for a couple of years. Now, you would think problem solved, but the problem is a new problem created. Nobody watched. Nobody cared.
Congrats.
Right. Yeah, and it was a boring show. So the Oscars know that they need a host to kind of draw eyes back to their product, especially in a year where a lot of the films that are nominated are films nobody watched or cared about. Right. So, I mean, you could easily say it's easy money that this will be the lowest watched Oscars of all time. So they couldn't just do one notable host. They had to double down and then triple down. So they announced there's going to be 3 hosts for this year's Oscars. Okay. Now, out of these 3 hosts, I predict 2 of these hosts are going to be canceled before the ceremony even begins.
Is that on the sports book?
No, not yet. FanDuel definitely needs to weigh in on this.
I know.
All right. So here's the deal. They announced Regina Hall, Amy Schumer, and Wanda Sykes. Now, this is the first time having 3 women co-hosts and the first time since 1987 to have at least 3 hosts. So it's kind of historic. But to have 3 women hosts at the same time, 2 the women of color, and then Amy Schumer. I mean, it covers a lot of diversity. And, Wanda Sykes, Amy Schumer, both hilarious comedians. Regina Hall is a fantastic actress and director. But 2 out of these 3 are going to get canceled if they follow the Kevin Hart playbook, because Amy Schumer is a roast comedian, right? Did people forget some of the things that she would say 10 years ago?
Yeah.
And they were funny, and in context, they are not inappropriate. They're not that offensive. In context, they were literally jokes designed to be roast, to be vulgar, to be taboo.
Yeah.
But taken out of context, you can get any outraged policeman onto the case, go through the old tweets from Amy Schumer and cancel her ass before the show even starts. Wanda Sykes, same thing, right? Not necessarily a roast comedian, but Wanda is edgy as hell.
I just haven't heard her name in how many years?
I know.
I'm like, okay.
No, it's a big deal for Wanda Sykes.
Yeah,
so,
no
I mean, I
kidding.
hope she doesn't get canceled. But, I mean, what do you think? Do you think the outrage police will attack Wanda Sykes as well?
I think that was the plan the entire time. Pretend like there's going to be 3 and then cancel 2 out, have 1, pay 1.
Right, right.
That was the master plan.
It's a smokescreen. I like that thinking. If they announce 3 hosts and 2 of them are going to cancel, it's going to protect Regina Hall. Regina Hall will be our host, but at the same time, she's probably the least entertaining of the 3.
But she's safe.
She's safe.
She's safe, and that's what we want here now. We want safe comedy. We don't want anything controversial.
I don't know. I believe Regina Hall was in Poetic Justice.
I don't know. But
all right. Well, I got to Google that. But yeah, that might be it. It's basically a host smokescreen. So the Oscars announced there's 3 hosts, but really they're just protecting 1, and they're going to have the others who be canceled. That's our prediction. We'll see if it holds true. All right. So coming up on the podcast broadcast stream, we're going to talk about this woman with the world's largest backside, why she's doing it, and the problems that come along with it. And then when we return, I have more that I want to share with you, including Adidas taking heat for a post they did last week.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. And this is a agree or disagree moment, and a pizza chain that ran a new ad and didn't realize it included porn. All that and more coming up on the podcast broadcast. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. Okay.
Those are some headlines.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dropping the teasers today.
Biggest ass in the world and pizza porn coming at you.
They're both funny pictures. Yes. Well, Ricky Gervais was
for real.
Golden Globes.
Word.
Yes.
We need Ricky, though.
He was fantastic, but that's Golden Globes. Totally different.
Just as a host.
Regina, I don't think she was. Was she in Scary Movie?
Just look it up.
Okay, can you Google that? Because I'm looking at this lady's giant ass. Okay, so this woman,
Regina King, you said, or
Regina Hall.
I was like
thinking.
Regina King.
I was thinking Regina King.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
I like her.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so this is the Natasha.
Yeah, she's in Scary Movie. Yep.
Okay. Wow, that's actually interesting that they tapped her to be a host, because like what has she done?
She might be one of the canceled ones.
Maybe. All right, so this is Natasha Crown. She revealed that she has a penchant for growing her buttocks. She wants to have the world's largest ass. And so these are implants, I believe.
You believe?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
All right. But she says that her ass has put off men from dating her. I'm like, really, though? Is it just that? Is it just the butt? Maybe it's a bunch of things, but
it's because I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah.
That's why.
So she earns a living by selling her videos and photographs to big bum enthusiasts and hopes to find romance soon. And, it's the internet. So, there's going to be guys out there that want to see it. And I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of intrigued. This looks photoshopped.
It does.
Yes.
Like, I honestly, if she did like funny parlor tricks on her OnlyFans or something, that'd be kind of fun.
Right.
Like if you lay her back and just spin her like a top,
that'd
be funny.
Right. So, look there. There's
What
even
the
more.
hell?
Oh, yeah. So she regularly shares snaps of her impressive behind on Instagram, which I guess I have to follow her. My girlfriend's going to be like, what the hell are you following? But I'm like, it's for the show, baby.
It's research.
Yeah. And she says that she has more haters than fans. Okay. Makes sense. This is what she looked like before her surgeries. She was a much smaller size. So
How happy she looks, though.
Yeah. But she decided to change after she discovered that bigger is better. So, yeah, she looks miserable there. And
looks something.
I wonder how much money. Actually, I should answer this. This is
My
disgusting.
God.
See, this is a problem. It's not even just your ass, Natasha. You guys stop messing with your face. I mean, it's brutal. So she deliberately feasts on a high-calorie diet to make her behind as wide as possible, which, this is the easiest diet you can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Oy.
So
There's so many things to say right now.
Oh, yeah. Get that ass there, Paige. It's nice. And then what else did Natasha say? It's fantastic. She's not really working out. She just went there for the picture. There's a video. Would you like to see the video, Rico?
At this point, nothing shocks.
Giving away
Right.
this.
We're definitely going to share the video.
Is that her or no? That's the car.
Yeah, I like what you did there. But
Bom, 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 bom. Her versus Mothra, and then that winner gets to take on Godzilla.
Yeah, are you smuggling in 2 Kardashians right now? That's 2 full Kardashians. See, the problem with a butt like this is you have to be like so well endowed to even get to the entrance. So that's the problem. It's
got 2 different zip codes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Damn.
You need dicks across America to get into there. No way that will backfire with the silicone. All right,
with the silicone.
Yeah. All right. So that's Natasha. Wow. I probably scared off a couple streamers because of that.
Or gained a couple.
No, scared them off for sure.
Oh,
I know. It does look intriguing.
Too early for that much, but donk.
When it comes to the world of OnlyFans, you know,
majestic world.
Yeah, there is a market for everything. But again, she messed with her face on every level here. Here's another one. Just not good.
Is there a market for middle-aged guys in debt? I'm gonna make some money.
She's like, look at me. I need 2 seats on the bus.
Right.
All right. So that's Natasha, everybody. Now you know.
Nice to meet you, Natasha.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give her a call. Get her on the phone.
Right.
Get her butt on the phone.
Earlier today, we were talking to Fired Pie, but we also did our morning moron. Today's morning moron, I want you to comment here. Is this a moron or a genius? And then when we come back from this clip, I'm going to show you the video of this guy breaking through the wall, Kool-Aid Man style. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Now 6:16 and time for your morning moron. Now, I say this person's a moron, but at the same time, kind of genius. So idiot savant, maybe. It's a criminal that got away with committing a crime. So it's not the dumbest morning moron that we reported on. Wow. So this thief broke into a store and stole $250,000 worth of merch and got away with it. But it's Pokemon merch.
Ooh,
yeah,
saucy.
Yeah, right. So I don't know if they have like a cryptocurrency value. Pokemon merch is hard to trace on the black market.
Well, those packs of cards that have those Charizards worth like $200,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so this happened last Thursday. Somebody broke into a place called Punch Out Gaming in Forest Lake, Minnesota, and they actually broke into a neighboring store, which was vacant, and then busted through the shared wall. Kool-Aid Man style. Yeah.
Got to keep the theme up.
Yeah. I said, oh, yeah, I'm robbing you. So Punch Out Games sells tons of Pokemon stuff. It's like their bread and butter.
Wow.
And that's what the guy was after. He'd been in the store. He knew what was valuable. And he reportedly just ran in and out of the store for 2 hours. So it wasn't a smash and grab. It was a smash to the wall and then just go shopping. And then load up your car, go back, shop again. The guy had no concerns about police showing up or alarms going off because they weren't. They weren't going off and police weren't showing off for 2 hours. And he got away with a ton of boxes of merchandise, about $250,000 worth of stuff. Wow. Now, the thief was caught on the store's surveillance cameras, but he did not enter a back room that would have tripped the alarm. Maybe, because he was familiar with the store. Like, legitimately, if you're going through the entire store, you would go into that back room if you didn't know that room would have triggered the alarm, right?
Some Sherlockian deduction here.
Yeah. So, but again, maybe it's not because that's where the safe was and he wanted the Pokemon merch and not the cash. So
gotta catch them all, bro.
Right. So with this, he did catch them all. He's got $250,000 worth of Pokemon gear and he is not caught.
Damn.
Yes. So yes, our morning moron, but at the same time, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like, I don't
clever.
I don't condone felonies, but the dude got away with it. So
be checking Craigslist all over the place.
There is video of him busted through the wall. I will show that video on the podcast broadcast a little later on because it's fantastic. He's like, "Oh yeah, nobody could hear me. I'm taking all your stuff."
There's no guard Pokemon or anything.
Nope.
You got to put the music on when we play that clip.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll play as much as I can before I get booted off the stream.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit the reset. We'll be back with more Beef Vegan Presents right after this. And we're back. So this is the video that I was teasing about. So just a little bit of surveillance. You see him crawling through the wall.
Wow.
Look at all that stuff right there.
What is that in the middle?
I don't know. Bags of gold?
Might as well be.
It's not the cleanest storage room, but, they have so much stuff. And like I said, it took 2 hours for him to clear this place out.
2 hours?
2 hours. See him crawl in right there?
Look at him.
Perfect.
Little rascal.
Uh-huh. Now, he could have wore a mask. That would have made him a little smarter, but this is obviously an inside job because he knew
Where
what
the
not
crawl
to do.
space was?
Yeah, look at this. And then there's a security camera, like legit. So he should have saw the security camera that he was on there. He could have maybe took the tape or digitally wiped it. I don't know. Maybe he's not that smart, but he did get away with $250,000 worth of shit. So who am I to say what's smart or not? We don't condone that stuff, but it's pretty impressive at the same time, right?
I mean, considering all the dumb criminals we see day to day, that's a successful little heist.
Mm-hmm.
Little kudos.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time before he gets caught with this Pokemon.
For sure. All right, coming up, I'm gonna show you this tweet, and Did you see any backlash because of Adidas?
I didn't see that either. No.
Okay.
I've been under a rock.
Yeah, it's okay. So what happened is they're selling a new sports bra, right?
Oh,
and they decided to do an inclusive campaign. Give an example. Now, it's unedited. It's not safe for work. So what I'll have to do, I'm just gonna have to flash it real quick. Okay.
Subliminal.
It's not even subliminal. Here you go. This is what they tweeted out. Boop. See that?
Nothing. It was still loading.
It was not.
You're such a tease.
Oh, was that loading for you?
Yeah, I was doing a little circle load thing.
Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so so that's small enough. You can't really tell. So what that is many, many breasts, tons of naked breasts. And this is what Adidas did to promote their new sports bra. Now, the reason why they tweeted a picture of 30 some odd breasts is to give an example, a prime example that each set of breasts is different, right? So support is everything is their hashtag that they're using. So they're going to utilize saying, hey, our sports bras come in different sizes and different comfort levels and support based off of women being different and different body shapes, which is great.
Makes sense.
But and they tweeted it out, which Twitter doesn't censor nudity at all.
Right.
So it's safe place, but of course the prude police got super offended by that.
Oh no.
And was like, I see nipples. Oh my God. So I think it did a good job in promoting their sports bra. I wouldn't be talking about it on the show.
Yeah,
yeah,
they did it.
There's another censored video that I'm going to share you this picture now while we're on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's a podcast broadcast. We're having a good time talking about Adidas' latest scandal in promoting their sports bra.
How dare they?
This one is a little different. There's a pizzeria on the East Coast named Charo's Pizza, not like Charo, like El Charo.
Okay.
Right.
Like Shars.
Yeah. Something like that. Right. It's very Italian. And they posted, they basically had a Valentine's Day promotion going on. So they had a print ad with coupons and a couple pictures. They had a lava cake in that picture. And then they had an espresso being poured into a cup of coffee. All that is fine. Right. As far as promoting your business. But what you don't notice here when you look at this real quick is that if you zoom in on the coffee, what you'll notice is a photoshopped image of the large black porn star guy.
Yeah.
Who's a meme.
That photo that went around the world.
Yes, you've seen this meme. It's the super yoked guy. He looks like a WWE wrestler. And of course, he's hung like a mule. And that was photoshopped in the foam of the cappuccino. So
I know this had to be a guy they hired for a graphic design job. Didn't pay him enough. He had to go back and forth. And he's like, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
100%.
Yep.
That's what happened. So next time, if there's a lesson to be taken away from this, it's always pay your graphic design guys fairly and on time. Don't take advantage and think that it's super easy to do, because what is easy to do is the Photoshop porn in your marketing. I know this because if you look real closely at the Be Vegan Presents logo, you might find something. Just saying. Let's hit the reset. We'll be back more Beef Vegan Presents right after the break. Clear. All right.
Amazing.
Yeah, you can tell, huh? You can see it.
You wouldn't notice otherwise.
I know.
That's amazing. That's genius.
Yeah.
Clever.
It is genius. And, I'm surprised that you can see it on the stream. But yeah, it's right there. He's smiling, and it's like, you want your pizza and get a large sausage and a big black coffee.
I mean, that's another thing too. I mean, if it gets attention like that, like, oh my God, everybody's looking at Chowder's now. They're like, oh, we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Gotta go.
Yeah, my girlfriend's like, no, we have to try that pizza. And I'm like, you need to calm the fuck down. That's what you need to do.
Domino's is fine. We'll settle.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right.
How funny.
Speaking of pizza, we had the general manager of Fired Pie in, and I was telling him why Fired Pie is my favorite fast casual pizza
You were going
place.
off.
I was. In fact, actually, he probably said 3 words in the interview, which is not, I mean, normally I don't do that, but yeah, I was super excited.
And it was just the Fired Pie. That's all he said the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah, and his name.
Yeah.
And he's like, good to be here.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, step aside. Let me sell your pie.
Right.
Here's the interview from this morning. Check it out. Vegan Presents. I'm very excited to have in studio special guests from Fired Pie, which is sponsoring this week's Tap Out Tuesday. We have Aaron and Natasha. Good morning, Aaron. Thank you for joining the show, dude.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. I'm so stoked that you guys are in, because when Tristan told me that you signed up, I couldn't be happier, because Fired Pie is like one of my number 1 pizza destinations in town. No joke.
Yeah, definitely. Fired up.
Yeah. As far as, the fast casual pizza business model, you see different variations out there. Fired Pie is by far ahead above the rest of all the competition. Now I'll tell you why. And I'm not blowing smoke. I'm like seriously so stoked about this. You've heard me on the show. I'm a pizza snob, a connoisseur, if you will, right? There are certain things that I look for in quality pie. The fact that Fired Pie is called Fired Pie in the first place, that's a pizza pie. You already got my heart there. But it comes down to the toppings, right? The topping selection in Fired Pie is second to none, because you literally make your own pizza. And I've made different combinations that I've never been able to have before, no matter where I went, right? Because they got sauteed onions, they got sauteed mushrooms, they have steak, they have sliced meatballs. These are certain things. My girlfriend, she loves the elote pizza, right? When the elote pizza came in, I know that's a specialty. You even have vegan chorizo. Stop me when I'm wrong, right? You can't stop me, right, Aaron?
Absolutely not.
Right.
No, we got 33 different toppings.
Right. Yeah. Like, can I act like I've been there before?
You're not even reading. You're just like going off because you memorized them. That's impressive.
Dude, you got to understand, when COVID hit in the pandemic, right? Like, Fired Pie was a weekly DoorDash thing that we did, or we would pop in and grab our pizza to go, put our mask on, pop in, grab it. And it was a lifesaver. It really was. It's right there on Congress. The location's good. I went to Fired Pie after a couple Rialto shows. I've been going since I moved down to Tucson. It was literally one of the first places to go. So for you to be a sponsor in the second week of Tap Out Tuesday, it holds a special place in my heart. So thank you for that. Tell me when you and your wife got involved in owning Fired Pie and opening it up here in Tucson.
Well, actually, I'm not the owner. I'm just the general manager.
Good enough.
Doug Doyle, he's the owner. He owns 19 of them in Phoenix. We're the only one here in Tucson.
Right.
He's opened about 7-8 years ago.
Yeah, and well, that's where I knew of him too, because I'm from Phoenix. So, I've been a fan of this Fired Pie concept for years before I even came down here. So, yeah, so you've been general managing this location since the opening?
Oh, no. I've been here about 8 months.
Okay, nice.
I fell right in. I really love the idea. My goal is to open up another one here in town.
Nice. Yeah, well, there has to be another one easily. I mean, the fact that there was only one was the most surprising fact about this. I was
right.
Oh, there's not one on the east side. I mean, these places are great because, these are serving size pies, right? Where you can eat your own. Yeah, 11-inch. It's fast casual, so it's super quick. You go there kind of Chipotle style, where you go and say, I want this, 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 and this, or you can go with one of the standard pies that you have on there.
Yeah, we have 8 signature pizzas.
Yeah, 8 signature pizzas, and then you always do like a weekly special pizza or monthly special pizza. Is that right?
Well, that's what the elote pie was, but it was so popular that they went ahead and put it on the menu.
Nice. Yeah, well, that was good, especially in Tucson. You would think it would go over like gangbusters.
Right, everyone loves it.
Is there any other special signature pies that I haven't heard of yet?
We got our margarita pizza. Everyone seems to love that one. Real good one. It's one of our features.
Right.
The meaty Italian.
What's on the meaty Italian?
We got pepperoni, salami, capicola. You got spicy sausage, regular sausage.
Yeah.
And you can add anything you want to these pizzas at the same price.
Right. Well, that's another thing too. So like I have to apologize because I'm sure you lose money whenever I go there and customize my pie because I'm like extra that. Yeah. I've had like 20-pound pizzas, just all the toppings times 2. Jeez. For sure. Yes. Let's real quick rundown off the top of your head if you can, because you have so many different toppings. But let's go through all the different toppings that you have to offer, including the cheeses, because you have the shredded mozzarella. Then you also have like the chunked mozzarella,
the fresh mozzarella,
yes,
mozzarella,
Parmesan, feta, gorgonzola. Even has a vegan option.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, if you like that kind of thing, I still don't think vegan cheese cuts it. Even my vegetarian girlfriend doesn't like any vegan cheese. So, but that's cool. I mean, if you do, good for you. I'm glad you offer that. That's nice. I'm sorry, I just can't be on board with vegan cheese. I understand why you guys do it though. All right, so
give me worse farts.
Continue, please.
Way worse.
Yeah, as far as toppings go, we roast a lot of vegetables. We roast our artichokes, spinach, mushrooms, peppers.
Yeah, so you roast all that. So that's part of the prep every day, huh?
Yeah, we roast it in the oven. You know, the oven's part of it 600 degrees. It only takes a few minutes into the pizzas. 3 to 5 minutes for a pizza. It's real quick.
Right. Yeah, and that's fantastic too. You can even double dough it, but I think that small little detail about your toppings and roasting the marshmallows and the mushrooms and the artichokes and the onions, it really changes the flavor profile and really makes it unique and delicious, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. What else? I keep interrupting you, but I'm salivating.
Yeah. Well, we got all the different sauces. We got regular marinara. We got chunky marinara.
Yeah.
Sauce,
the lotte.
Garlic and oil, barbecue sauce, hot sauce, Alfredo.
Right. This is one of those things that when I like a restaurant, I like to work my way through the menu, but the maddening thing about Fired Pie is you could never work your way through the menu. You could go through all the signature items and then you could start customizing your own. Everyone's their own pizza chef, right? And no matter what, there's always going to be a different combination that you could do. So you can never really order the same thing twice.
So what's the beef pizza?
There's so many different ways to go, and it really depends on what my mood is. But some of my
mood pizza,
yeah. Like after the K-Flay show at Rialto, I went to Fired Pie, and I got a steak on my pizza. Right, steak, sautéed onions and mushrooms, 2 different types of mozzarella. Yeah, I think I had the spicy marinara on that. And I think I topped it with a couple other things, some diced tomatoes. I mean, I went to town and it was delicious, man. It was one of those things where I'm like, I'm only going to eat half of it and save half of it to take home. Nope. No, I eat the whole thing and then I roll out of there. So,
put some Crisco on the door and just pop out.
Absolutely. So it's cheap, affordable, quality ingredients, top to bottom. Fired Pie on Congress is the place to go. And coming up next, we're going to play Tap Out Tuesday. So we have up to $100 of gift certificates to give away for Fired Pie. You can be a contestant. All right. I'd like to thank Aaron for coming in and allowing me to talk to him for 8 minutes straight and not having him say a word in edgewise.
He's like, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree with everything you said.
I was super stoked on that. Now
the different mozzarellas and the taste palette.
I'm craving pizza hard too. In fact, actually, I was just looking at Squared Up Pizza, which is a new place that opened up in town on Facebook. And that looks interesting too. I should show you that. After you try some Fired Pie. Yeah, this Squared Up Pizza, it's Detroit style pizza, right?
Detroit style, huh?
Yeah, well, Detroit style is like Little Caesar style pizza, right? It's kind of like a deep dish. And so there's 3 prominent styles of pizza.
So it's not that Chicago soup stuff, right?
Yeah.
The deep dish pizza where it's like the soup.
Yeah, so the Chicago pie, that's the deep dish, right? Of course, the Neapolitan, which is New York style, thin crust that you guys are used to. That's the standard pie. And then Detroit style is like a mix between, it's like a Sicilian pizza. That's like Chicago deep dish, but more dough, just like Little Caesars would kind of, make their brand off of. But this is Squared Up, since we're talking pizza. So they got the free hug shirts. They reached out to me too. I have to,
Nice.
respond back. But this is a new spot at Park Place Mall.
Oh, cool.
It looks like you get it by the slice as well. And so I mean, I do like their ovens.
Yeah, they look thick.
Yeah, seeing those style ovens, you're in for some good pizza. And they have it all there. Just serving it up by the slice.
Ooh, baby.
Mm-hmm. And these are guys that look like they love their pizza.
They do love their pizza.
Right?
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of, it's kind
good.
of Detroit style. Yeah, it does look good. So, shout out to Squared Up Pizza as well. We love all the good pizza places in town.
How about every single one of them just bring us their pies and we'll tell you who the best one is.
Right. Well, with Fired Pie, you make the best pie.
That's right.
That's the best part about it.
You are the artist.
You are the artist. It's a big deal. You can make your shit, and now I'm just scrolling through
news.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. All right. We talked about this earlier. I did want to show this video on our podcast broadcast stream. And I'm talking about the Hudson, Ohio mayor. Who he went down. He essentially had problem with ice fishing shacks. And
Shanties.
Then he went down this rabbit hole of just like complaining about ice fishing shacks and what they would lead to. And at first people were following along like, okay, yeah, maybe. And then it took a hard left turn. And he said something so outrageous and so stupid that he actually had to quit his job. So this is the video and audio that we're going to play of the Hudson Valley mayor complaining about ice fishing shacks in Ohio. Check this out.
Good points here for council to consider. One, the Hudson Fire Department does have the capability to do cold water, ice rescues. They've done the training in the past. Whether that certification is current, you'd have to ask Chief Barnes. I would say before you make any decisions, I would definitely get Chief Barnes to weigh in on this because, as Councilwoman Kowalski mentioned, it is the fire and EMS folks and perhaps the police department that all have to engage on a moment's notice should there be an incident.
This is where it gets good. All right, so that was all his like ramble, blah, 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 blah.
I care about everything.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah.
And he does look like a legit mayor.
Yeah, he's very Maryish.
Absolutely. But then it takes that hard left turn right about here.
Additionally, if you open this up to ice fishing, while on the surface it sounds good, then what happens next year? Someone come back and say, ice shanty?
An ice shanty. Okay, so a little shanty town. We don't want our homeless people living on frozen lakes.
Not on my frozen lake.
No, not in Ohio. All right, but then it gets worse.
On Springs Park for X amount of time. And if you then allow ice fishing with shanties, then that leads to another problem.
Oh, yeah? What's that problem?
Prostitution.
Whoa.
Whoa.
We veered hard left on that one. All of a sudden, we go from ice fishing to whores?
Yeah.
Whoa.
The police chief of the police department.
I understand those ice shacks smell a little fishy, but that doesn't mean prostitutes live in them.
Just the guy's face next to him. He looks at him like, what?
Yeah.
What did you just say?
Yeah, you see the city council member just looking at him like, how are you connecting those dots? Now, Mayor Schubert, all right, he didn't realize at the time that it was so moronic that it would become global news that he said this. And he was so embarrassed by these statements and the looks that he's receiving in real time when he said them,
right,
that he stepped down and he's no longer mayor of this Ohio town.
I want to hear what Mrs. Schubert has to say about this. Like there's some accusations going around that little household there.
Mrs. Schubert's too busy building an ice shanty right now.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, all right, let's hit the reset. We'll be back with your beef tip right after Pearl Jam's Even Flow. So keep it right here. Rock 102.1 KFMA. There. So I understand there's an echo somehow, which sucks. But
It's been happening apparently with your
he just wanted to say some wild shit. But look at that face.
He wanted to go viral.
Yeah. And this is the face of a guy being like, you don't understand.
You don't get it?
You don't agree?
That's the face of a man who's been accused of being with prostitutes.
Right.
Just like, we got to get rid of all this
to consider.
His face. It says it all. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going back. I'll mute it, and we're just gonna see it.
You need the Curb Your Enthusiasm music.
Yes. Oh, we do so bad. Let's see. And prostitution, and then he's looking. It's like,
really? Mr. Schubert.
Okay.
Okay. We'll get right on that, sir.
Oh, I
want to. Oh my! I hope he's right. I hope they let that go down, and there's actually like a whole shanty town that pops up in brothels on the ice lake.
Wouldn't that be the ultimate revenge?
He was right.
Yeah, and he's sitting there in retirement, saying, "You wouldn't listen."
I told you.
There's ice shanty whores all over Ohio now.
It's like Mr. Freeze took over.
It starts with fishing. It ends with hooking.
That's
you
right.
Can't fish without the hooking. We know this.
Yep. Got him.
Oh, man.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Amazing.
It is a great sketch.
God bless.
Yes, I want to see that, and SNL will probably cover that. I would not be surprised. It did make national news. So,
remember the rent is too high guy. Now this guy.
Yes.
Like, oh, beautiful.
Yep. The rent's too damn high.
What am I not doing in politics?
Now, today, do I have shoot? All right. I wanted to get Tap Out loaded up. So we did Tap Out today, and I'm going to play that clip for you possibly before the end of the show. But we had a pretty good round of F My Life this morning. Crazy emails, and it ended with a doozy. This last F My Life that we shared in this clip was probably the strangest F My Life that we've read on the air. And it went a little something like this. Check it out.
Did you get caught self-loving by your mom?
Awkward. It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupider.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600 KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, Rock 102.1 KFMA. Time for another round of F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to me at beefvegan@kfma.com. Subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, give us a call right now. 600 KFMA at 600-5362. Rico and I will weigh in on these F My Lives. Are you ready?
Bring it on.
All right. First one sent to me by Trevor. Trevor said, today, after years of being underpaid, I received my first paycheck at my new job. My new employer offers excellent benefits and a 401k. But after I invest in all these wonderful things, and after a $4 an hour pay increase, my net income is less than before. Oh, yes. These are adult problems, and I relate to this so hard, Trevor. F My Life. What do you say, Rico?
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes you have more money being broke than you do being responsible and getting paid, you know?
The older you get, the more you realize life is just a big contradiction.
Right.
You can sign into that TurboTax and get the antidepressants.
Yeah,
out.
they're like, you need a 401k so you have money
Right.
when you get older and retire. Yeah, what about money now? Oh, no, you get no money now.
No. Get into crypto, bro.
Again, you and your crypto. We'll break that down a little bit later. I asked Rico, I was like, so what have you seen on the internet today? He's like, oh, just stuff about World War III and crypto. Well, yeah, your algorithm is rich.
Oh, yeah. Keep it interesting, baby.
All right, next F My Life situation sent to me by Perry. He said, once when I finally exchanged pictures with the woman I've been seeing online for some time, she replied saying, that's not funny. Some people actually look like that.
Ooh.
I sent my real picture and thought I actually looked pretty good in it. F My Life for Perry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It does suck. You know, some
It's
people
nice.
just get beat with the ugly stick. I get that too. I'm relating to all these F My Lives today. Ugh. All right, next F My Life sent to me by Ryan. He said, today I bought a new $10,000 car since my old one broke down. Today I also found out that the old one wasn't starting because I never had it in park. Oh, F My Life for Ryan.
You big baby idiot.
Yeah, you're going to have to take away your man card. Your man card is revoked.
What you get.
Mhm.
Punishment.
Exactly. All right, next situation sent to me by Jerry. He said, today I'm so broke that when I got out of the shower, I had to slowly dry myself off with a ShamWow sample I received in the mail. F My Life, what do you say?
He's a genius.
Yeah, that's brilliant, right?
That's brilliant.
Yeah, it's like all you need is just this much.
Yeah, utilize. Survive, man.
Square of ShamWow. Good
Right?
to go.
It's a good product.
Yep. All right, final F My Life of the day sent to me by Brian. And I saved the best for last. This is very weird. He said, today I found out that the girl that I've been talking to online and sending certain pictures to is actually my ex's new boyfriend. He ended up telling me he just wanted to see how he compared to me down below because my ex refused to go into detail about it.
Wow.
Right?
What?
Yes.
That's
So
complicated.
He was sending D pics to his
To
ex-girlfriend's
ex's
new boyfriend. Just because this guy was so insecure, He wanted to see if, the ex is bigger than him. And spoiler alert, Brian probably is.
Was it Kanye West?
You're right.
Sounds like something Kanye would do.
Yeah. This is sent to me by Pete Davidson. That's my life for this psychopath.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's weird.
Yes, 100%.
That's just weird.
Yes, thank you for keeping those weird emails coming in. Be vegan at KFMA.com. Let's hit the reset. We'll be right back after this. All right, let's unpack that, if we will.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this guy breaks up with his girlfriend or vice versa, right? Girlfriend starts dating somebody else. Then the new boyfriend finds out about the ex-boyfriend. And, every girlfriend has an ex-boyfriend, right? Unless, you're talking about your very first in high school or something, right? But any grown woman has exes. And this is the guy that's in the relationship with the girlfriend, so obsessed with the previous boyfriend that he would catfish this guy just to get dick pics, right? And then compare himself to this guy. Whoa.
I mean, that's a new level of insecurity, but there is some brilliance within that.
Okay, what's the brilliance?
The fact that he did that tactic. Instead of straight up asking, like, how big is his junk? And then she's like, you're insecure. He's like, well, I'm going to make her not think I'm insecure and go do it myself.
That's insane. That is insane. Absolutely batshit
insanely
insane.
Brilliant.
No, it is gross. It is weird.
Disgusting.
First off, she probably even said, not big at all or whatever. I don't want to talk about it because why would she want to talk about it? And we have ladies on the stream here. I mean, what? Like, this is what's crazy about this is, for the ex-boyfriend, at least he has the comfort of knowing that this new relationship that his ex is in is terribly toxic without even, she might not even know it, but it's doomed. Yeah. And whether he still has feelings for his ex or not, he could at least rest assured that they're going to break up eventually, or, her current boyfriend's going to cheat on her with the ex-boyfriend.
What if it's like a horror movie where she opens like a binder full of like all his ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends' penises?
That's another thing, right?
Like,
so say this
he's
guy,
obsessed.
Yeah, because you go down the rabbit hole on this. Say this guy, the current boyfriend who's collecting the dick pics from the ex, right, is not deleting them. He's like saving them. And then she goes through the phone thinking that, maybe she's suspicious. Like, oh, he might be cheating on me. Then she sees pictures of her ex's penis in her current boyfriend's
phone.
She's
like, I know that penis.
Are you kidding me? I mean, yes, mind blown.
That's a good question. Kristen's asking, how did she even find out? Did he admit it?
How did the ex find that out?
How did she find out that he was going through her ex's dick pics or getting?
No, see, that's the thing. So, so the way Brian wrote in, he was the one that was sending the dick pics to who he thought was a girl. Then the guy, the girl that he was sending dick pics to, admitted that she wasn't a girl at all. Yeah. She was her ex-girlfriend's, or he was her ex-girlfriend's current boyfriend.
Right. So I missed that part. So he did admit it to the guy.
Yes.
Like, I'm actually the new boyfriend.
Right.
Okay. That's
right.
Dummy.
Brutal. I mean, it's so crazy. It's even hard to unpack and explain.
Can't wait for the Netflix documentary.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
We don't have time to play the tap out clip today, but it was a good one. Another round of tap clip. We have 5 scavengers. So 5 people won $20 gift certificates to Fired Pie, which was awesome. And the contestant got our math question wrong.
Oh no.
Yeah, which was 86 minus 17, which is
69.
69.
We're children.
Spoiler alert, whenever we do math, we'll probably have the answer be 69 because that's awesome.
Every single time. People just know to answer that.
Exactly. Let's wrap things up. Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's almost time for us to go out the door. We have a lot of things to do today, and Riley's going to be up next. She has tickets to give away for Ghost. Speaking of Ghost, you can get an autographed guitar from Ghost. You can win it if you go to KFMA.com right now and enter to win that contest to win that autographed guitar from Ghost. The entire band signed it, and it's an awesome guitar. All right, before we leave you, though, let me give you a beef tip. It's tax season. And I came across this. It's not necessarily even a beef tip, but just a reminder, because they were saying how to get your tax return as fast as possible this year,
Yep.
because there's going to be tons of delays because the IRS is short-staffed. Believe it or not, they're doing budget cuts across the board and when it comes to government positions. So you want to file that refund ASAP. They suggest using e-filing instead of mailing in your forms. So don't be a dinosaur. Don't make any mistakes. Good luck with that. And request direct deposit, not a check. These are some of the ways that you're going to get your tax refund back as soon as possible. I know I'm going to do my taxes today, and fingers crossed that I even get a refund because, I got that child tax credit for 6 months, that $250 a month. I have a feeling that's going to bite me in the ass, but we'll see.
And you adopted me in January like an idiot.
I know.
Not December.
And I can't even claim you as a full-blown dependent.
I know.
I know.
Lame.
I know. Super lame.
Lesson learned.
Yep. Tomorrow morning, we'll continue to give away family 4-pack tickets of the Roadrunners. So make sure you listen for that. And on Thursday, we have News for Noobs and our $50 gift certificate on the line from Bookman's Entertainment Exchange. But till then, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/beefvegan. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe. And as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish
Peace,
upon a
guys.
side of beef, soon will come an end to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.